Hello, my dear students. Very good morning to you all. Hope you're all doing good. Thank you so much for the excellent response you are giving for the videos. Today, we are going to discuss about a very important topic, desalination. We all know that many countries in the world are having only seawater as their water resources. So, it is necessary for them to convert the seawater into drinking water through some process. So desalination is the best process in converting seawater or brackish water into potable water or drinking water. We all know that fresh water contains less than 1000 ppm of dissolved salts, whereas brackish water contains more than 1000 ppm up to 35,000 ppm of dissolved salts. And our seawater, the most concentrated water, contains more than 35,000 ppm of dissolved salts in it. So it is necessary to have a high process to purify the seawater or brackish water into drinking water. So reverse osmosis is the best process in removing the dissolved solids from seawater or brackish water. So before entering into reverse osmosis, we should know what is osmosis. So osmosis is a natural phenomenon which is taking place in many of the cells, and it actually describes that the movement of solvent takes place from low concentrated site to high concentrated site, or you can say fresh water site to salt water site through a semi permeable membrane. So this process is taking place in cells for the regular metabolic activities, but we are not going to utilize this because it is not useful in purifying the seawater or brackish water. So for that, we are going to use reverse osmosis, because in osmosis the concentrated side is getting more water instead of the less concentrated side. So for that, we are going to reverse the process. To reverse the process, we are going to apply pressure on the high concentrated side, and the solvent molecules flow from high concentration side to low concentration side, which makes the water fresh and free from dissolved solids. And it is quite nature that every one of us heard about semi-permeable membrane. So it is a membrane which is having very less minute pores up to 0.001 micron pores. So you can compare in this picture, you can see the various pore sizes in various minute objects, like bacteria is having 0.4 to 1 micron, whereas virus is having 0.0 to 0.4 micron. Human hair is having 80 to 90 micron diameter. But actually, the fact is the reverse osmosis membrane or the semi-permeable membrane what we are using is actually 0.0001 micron pore size. So which means that it never allows any of the dissolved salts to pass through. It allows only the water molecules or the solvent to pass through. So which makes us to filter the water from all the dissolved solids. So there are so many membranes available in the market, and now we are going to discuss about a reverse osmosis. Since reverse osmosis is not natural, we have to apply a type of force on the high concentrated side or the salt water side, so that the solvent molecule flow is reversed. In osmosis, it flows from low to high concentration, whereas in reverse osmosis, by applying a force on the high concentration side, we have reversed the solvent flow from high to low concentration side. That is, the water molecules flow from salt water to fresh water side, which makes the water free from dissolved solids through the semi-permeable membrane. So we are going to apply a force called hydrostatic pressure on the high concentration side. So osmosis takes place by the natural force called osmotic pressure. In reverse osmosis, we are applying a pressure on the high concentration side. So using a piston, so which is a hydrostatic pressure. So this makes the water flow from high concentration site to low concentration site, making potable or drinking water. So this is how reverse osmosis helps us to purify or remove the dissolved salts from the brackish or seawater. Now we are going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of reverse osmosis. There are so many advantages. So they are: the lifetime of the membrane what we are using in this process is very high. We can use it for longer durations, and it can be replaced in a shorter lifetime. So we do not need any time to wait to replace the semi-permeable membrane, and we can use this process to remove any type of impurities, not only dissolved solids. So we can use it for non-ionic solids, suspended solids, even colloidal solids can be purified by this process, removed by this process. So it is low cost. We do not need any high cost, and it is simple. The operating procedure is very simple, and we can easily convert the seawater into drinking water. The only disadvantage or the major disadvantage of reverse osmosis is, for every gallon of water produced, fresh water, we have to waste 2 to 20 gallons of water, which means that 2 to 20 gallons of water is wasted during this process. So this is the advantages and disadvantages of reverse osmosis. Thank you so much for the listening. Feel free to ask your doubts. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.